If you want to say which one is stronger in the Titan giant beast, it is the king of Skull Island, King Kong. During World War II, pilots from 2 hostile countries strayed into Skull Island. Just when the two were fighting to the death, King Kong suddenly appeared. "30 years later, the scientist Wang was ready to lead a team to survey a newly discovered mysterious island. In order to cope with the unknown danger, he hired a retired Special Forces soldier, Rocky, invited an army of war correspondents, and threw it together with the troops led by Foray. It was a storm-ridden reef, where helicopter formations made their way through the thunder and lightning clouds to a place where humans had never set foot before. Subsequently, they began to drop bombs and analyze the land structure of the island through seismic waves. The animals on the ground were scattered and ran in all directions, but in the next second, a big tree flew towards the helicopter. The overlord of Skull Island, King Kong, appeared, and Fury was instantly scared to peek, immediately ordered an attack. This time, King Kong was completely enraged. He jumped up with a punch. Destroy one plane, grab it with your hand, and crash the other plane out of control. Together with the rescuers, they were flattened by King Kong, and some people even wanted to run, and were trampled by King Kong. Fury had just jumped out of the crashed plane, and watched his soldiers fly into the sky again. The battle soon turned into a carnage show by King Kong, where he grabbed a toy plane and threw it out, and the entire helicopter formation was wiped out. Fury looked at his subordinates, dead and wounded, and vowed to destroy King Kong, but he didn't know that he was the intruder. Subsequently, Fury gathered the surviving soldiers and set out to find King Kong's lair. While passing through a bamboo forest, a soldier was drinking water when a bamboo pierced his body. Everyone looked up and saw that it was an oversized spider, and another soldier was caught in spider silk. Soon it will become an appetizer for spiders, and others will eat wildly on the spider's legs. The soldier finally succeeded in saving himself. Everyone immediately opened fire. The big spider fell to the ground with a bang, and Fury didn't forget to cover it a few times. Not far away, a soldier who was fallen behind was cleaning his wounds by the river, when suddenly, the 30-meter-tall King Kong appeared. The man hid behind the stone, watched King Kong squat down, and stroke the wound. It turned out that the human attack still injured him. King Kong stretched out his big hand and took a sip of water into his mouth. Soon, he discovered the meaning of the water and pulled out the giant octopus in the water. The octopus stretched out its tentacles and cut off King Kong, and the angry King Kong stomped his head flat. I pulled off one of the tentacles, and just like that, a seafood feast was in hand. King Kong began to enjoy the octopus sashimi, and after splitting a few tentacles, King Kong, who was full of food and drink, accounted for a few points, and the uneaten ones could not be wasted, and the whole octopus was packed and taken away. The panicked soldiers fled back into the woods, sat on the empty log to contact the team, but they didn't expect to cry out of the war. It turned out to be an oversized grasshopper. Immediately, the grasshopper seemed to have discovered something terrifying, and turned around and ran away, while the soldier also noticed a deep strangeness, and he slowly turned around.